Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Trauma Triple Take. I'm Margaret. I have my lovely co-hosts Amber and Mel with me.
Hi.
Before we get into it, as always, we're going to do our legal disclaimer. Oh, that's my face. So, the views and opinions expressed on Trauma Triple Take are those of the hosts and guests and do not constitute professional, medical, psychological, or legal advice. This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. If you are experiencing a mental health crisis, please contact the National Crisis Hotline at 988 or your local emergency services. Listener discretion is advised, as some episodes may contain sensitive subject matter, including discussions of trauma, abuse, and mental health challenges. By listening, you acknowledge that you do so at your own discretion. Okay. So tonight our topic is about perfectionism. So what are your experiences with perfectionism? How has that shown up for you? I'm giggling inside because it's like so on fire for me tonight.
Every day of my life.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to point out we are having some internet issues. So if we are crackly or stally, I would like to apologize in advance. We've been trying to troubleshoot it since before we started, and this is what we have tonight.
And
this is where we're at.
Still have not gotten a green screen, so I apologize for I'm not as crisp as they are. I do also just really quick want to say thank you to everybody who watches though, because we're at 31 subscribers now, and I know like in the grand scheme of things, I can't talk. It's not a lot, but like that's like every single subscriber means so much. Like we get so excited, and I just wanted to say that we really appreciate everybody who watches, who likes, who subscribes, and we just really appreciate everybody. So thank you. I just want to say that real quick first.
You're helping us get towards better internet.
Yeah. What do they say? W subscribers in the chat? Is that what they say?
Right. But perfectionism. I don't know about you guys, but this has been a lifelong struggle for me. It has literally impacted almost every facet of my life, from the time that I was a weed baby. But it's really gotten in the way of a lot of things. And I've actually, through like getting to understand my perfectionism more, and seeing it in others too, I feel like our society perpetuates perfectionism a lot. It rewards it, at least in the traditional sense, right? Because there's different types of perfectionism as well. And so not everybody fits like that standard mold of what we assume perfectionism is. Like a lot of people like to use that as when somebody says, what do you think your greatest strength is? People, or your greatest weakness. People use perfectionism as like, well, it's not that bad. You get some benefits from it.
Right.
But it does have some good qualities, but man, does it friggin' haunt you, like to some degree. And what have you specifically dealt with, Margaret? Like, if you don't mind me asking.
God. It's okay. For me, it's very much holding myself to this higher standard that no one can achieve, having to be the best at what I'm doing, never letting myself off the hook for any kind of mistake, beating myself up constantly about things that I could say better, do better. And just that inner critic voice in my subconscious saying like, you're never going to be good enough. You're not good enough now. If people only saw how bad you are at this, or how much you've, like you don't have any natural talent to da-da-da-da-da. Like it's just like constant. So it's been better, now than it has been in years past, but it's still something that I struggle with a lot.
Yeah.
you know, hosting parties, hosting a podcast with you guys, like, being a professional, being a businesswoman, being a nurse, like there's so many like times, situations in which I feel like I have to do the best and be the best at what I do, and it's like unattainable. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I feel like today is a perfect example of like testing all of our perfectionism.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
topic.
Also, sorry, I just
It's fine.
I didn't realize that it was gonna show. I thought it was just like gonna show on my preview. What a day for perfectionism, man.
Right? I'm like, we're just killing it right now. It's going great.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, it does. Like today, right before we started, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna bow out. Like today is not working out for me. Clearly, my internet is not wanting to do this.
Maybe that's
I
the
give up.
lesson, though, that, you know, because there's a little bit of perfectionism, I feel like, in most people, right? Like,
Oh, absolutely.
you know what, like, whether it's certain things or I don't know, it just comes out in most people. But so maybe that's the lesson, is we just gotta, you know, roll with the punches and not be so so caught up in those things.
Do it anyway, right?
Yeah. Well, that
What
is
about
the
you,
lesson,
Amber?
I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I want to hear what
sorry.
Amber has to say.
So actually, when we first talked about like that we were, or decided that we were going to talk about this, I at first I was like, I don't feel like I have, like, I resonate with it very much.
I'm like, you don't feel like you have perfectionism?
I just,
she's already perfect.
yeah, no, yeah, that's it. But so I've been watching some videos and just, you know, thinking about it, and I think for me, I think perfectionism can get in the way. And so it's like, I'm the type of person that, like, if I'm going to do something, I want it to be at least near perfect. And so it a lot of times keeps me from doing certain things, because I know, like, I'm because I know, like, once I start doing something, I'm going to have certain expectations. And then I'm like, so I just don't do it. I'm somebody who gets overwhelmed kind of easily. So so I was thinking, yeah, I'm one of those people where in some ways perfectionism almost keeps me from trying or even starting a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I did want to talk about that, like I'm curious, as far as, like, I think we'll have to kind of talk about like how perfectionism, it crosses over with like a lot of different or multiple different like mental health disorders and stuff, especially like
Absolutely.
OCD and stuff. And then just kind of like, I'd be interested because I think that perfectionism is usually rooted in like fear or control, or both, depending. And I would be curious to know, like, where you feel that it stems from for you, if you are aware. I was thinking about it for me, I guess. And so I if you guys want to, like, do you guys have a feeling of where it comes from and like where it's rooted in for you?
So personally, I feel like it depends on the type of perfectionism, like what your perfectionism is stemming from specifically. Because it can be shame-based, it can be fear of failure,
Yes.
it can be like perceived expectations of others. Because there's different orientations that perfectionism takes. So there's perfectionism of self, perfectionism of others, and what's the third one? Oh my God. It's
I know, I looked this
self-oriented,
up earlier.
other-oriented. It's self-oriented, other-oriented, and socially oriented. There we go. But basically like what society expects of you, right? This idea of being perfect. And so however you end up kind of based on your upbringing or like your inherited neuroses as you know, come into your family and life, those kind of shape what type of perfectionism presents itself and the specific ways that you use it to cope with whatever fear that you're dealing with in the moment or whatever stress you're dealing with. Sometimes it's even fear of being perceived or fear of being embarrassed. Like it is, I mean, like most things, just fear. But
Yeah.
I feel like 80% of mental health issues are fear based.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Fear, anxiety.
Absolutely. But it is interesting, like how it ends up. It does show up in a lot of other like mental health issues, though. So, like eating disorders or OCD, like you said, like perfectionism in itself is not necessarily a mental health issue. It's a side effect of other mental health issues. So anxiety would be the core issue, and then perfectionism is a subcategory of anxiety. And so it falls into a lot of different categories depending on what the root issue is.
Which
But
isn't
what
to
do you-
say
why-
though. Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead. No.
No, go
I
ahead.
was, I was just gonna say, which isn't to say though that if you struggle with perfectionism that you have a mental health disorder. Like that,
Right.
like most people struggle with perfectionism in some form or fashion. So
Absolutely.
I just want to make
Like,
sure, like, we're not trend diagnosed, we're not anything like that. So
nope. Perfectionism as a whole is not something, like I said, that's diagnosable. It just can be
yeah,
as part of other things as well.
Yep.
Like, and it definitely can show up without having an underlying mental health issue.
Yeah.
But how do you think, so you said, Amber, that yours presents as like more of an avoidance.
yeah. But
of
first,
tasks?
what was Margaret gonna say? Because I want.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, I was
I
just
believe
gonna
she was gonna say
say,
something.
I just identify with what you were saying, Mel, and like I initially thought that mine came from my core issue being like you're like not good enoughness. And but really I think you're right on the money that like the core issue manifests for me as anxiety, and then the perfectionism is definitely a symptom of the anxiety. I think that's like a very like spot on way of putting it. And I was just going to comment to that.
absolutely. It becomes a way of managing. It's so if you think about it in like parts work, perfectionism is a managing part. In the internal family systems, like it would be its own piece of the puzzle that is helping manage your anxiety. Like, hey, if we don't do this, like obviously it's not that forward, but it's like think of all the things that could go wrong if you did
Oh
this.
yeah.
Think of all the
Mhm.
things that could potentially embarrass you or make you look like an idiot. Like if you didn't do it, you'd be so much safer.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about it because you've put that expectation so high and that perceived need to be this specific way so unattainable. Then there's no worry, right? Like there's no need to be anxious about it anymore. And so it's just manifesting in a way to protect you.
Yep. I'm glad you said that because I definitely safety is a big part of it. I
Right?
believe. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's in like this again, this video is such a great example. Like doing streaming is such a great example of pushing against perfectionism and like being okay with the discomfort that it causes, because there is no amount of us, even in the beginning, preparing or trying to prepare, that is going to get us to a place where doing a live stream is going to be absolutely smooth all the
Yeah.
time. Like that is an unattainable goal. While it is in each of our minds, like
Right.
but acknowledging like that it's the idea that if we in some realm could do it so succinctly that nothing could ever be called out as a flaw, that we
Mhm.
wouldn't be susceptible to being seen in that way. Like obviously our perfectionism is just like, yes, let's get rid of all of this anxiety. You don't even need to be streaming. Who wants to watch this?
Right.
You don't need to do this at all. Like, but really, if we didn't do it, we wouldn't be creating a community around it. We wouldn't be creating a conversation around it. And so, like, pushing against that perfectionism while uncomfortable, is super necessary in a lot of ways. Do you
Yeah.
guys feel like you are able to push against your perfectionism at times? Or does it feel kind of like you don't even notice it right now?
Yeah, I feel like I do push against it. So I've been on a journey with it because, I've related it to a lot of different areas of my life. One of the biggest ones is like keeping a clean house. I was to the point where I was like, if there is anything anywhere that is out of place, I am not okay. It immediately dysregulates me. Or if I know that people are coming over, I used to have to like tear my house up to clean it from ceiling to floor because God forbid somebody sees a dust bunny or a crumb and, whatever that means about me. Um, and now I've gotten a lot more comfortable with those pieces of myself. And the one that I've been working on a lot more in the last couple years is um, trying to not be embarrassed about things. Like, we are just human. And honestly, no one's thinking about you. And if they are, they're weird, not you.
Right.
And like, just life is too short. Do what you want to do. So I
Yeah.
chopped all my hair off a couple times and now it's red. And I've decided to just wear what I'm going to wear. And I know what I look like. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know when I'm fully dressed and everything, like, I know that I look a certain way, but I love it. I love it. And I feel so myself that I prefer that feeling of feeling
Mhm.
like me, like who I want to be and who I really am, versus the embarrassment, the potential, like, oh, I'm being perceived, like whatever that
Yeah.
I may or may not even get. Most of the time, people either don't pay attention to me whatsoever, which is my preferred way, or people like stop and give me cool compliments. I like your tattoos. I like your hair. Like, I like your outfit. And that's great too. So, what was I scared of? Myself?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's been a long process, but it's been really helpful.
That's
So, yeah.
amazing.
What about
Yeah.
you guys?
So I think there was something you said I wanted to. Oh, I definitely agree that most people are usually worried about themselves and not really thinking about, like, we're all usually in our own heads worrying about how we're being perceived or do I look a certain way. And so we're not usually, so it's kind of funny because most people aren't paying attention to you in that way or that closely. And while you were talking, it reminded me when I was younger, I used to wear like I would not leave the house without makeup. Um, and so I was like, oh gosh, like, and I used to get made fun of so much. Like my friends would just give me shit because I had to do like everything in the perfect order. Like I had a system, like a routine, and I had to stick to that order, and I had to do everything like exactly, um, like to the T,
Yeah.
and my eyebrows had to be perfect. My hair had to be perfect. Like I never used to wear my hair up as much. And so my hair had to be completely, straight and
Yeah.
all that. So that definitely was a part of perfectionism that I was way too worried about my appearance. And then once I had like kind of a mental breakdown, I didn't care as much. And then COVID changed. Like during COVID, I was just like, I didn't wear makeup because I'm not leaving the house. And then I just got more comfortable. And so I wear
Mhm.
a little bit of makeup and stuff, but it's definitely not how it was. Like if you asked any of my friends or even like my family, it was like they always made fun of me too because I would always look in a mirror that we had in the hallway because I always had to make sure there wasn't anything out of place. I didn't have
Yeah.
anything, like so I guess like I was very, and that came out of being self-conscious. Obviously, like I felt very, I just need to be as perfect as I can be, you know. I think part of it too, being overweight pretty much all my life, I think I felt a bigger pressure to like, because people would always say, like, oh, you have a pretty face, and so I felt, I think, extra pressure to like make sure that what I had that was acceptable to others was like perfect.
Yeah.
But
Feel that.
Yeah.
nowadays, I
Same.
really just don't care as much. Like, of course, I don't want to look like hideous, but it's not nearly where it was before.
Okay,
Couldn't if you tried. Couldn't if
No.
you tried.
Can I just say, okay, we were watching. This is a tangent, and it has nothing to do with perfectionism at the moment. But we were watching WWE last night,
Nice.
and so we watched Monday Night Raw. But it's interesting to see how like it is so easy to make somebody like look bad with makeup, but it seems to take so much longer to make like somebody look like they are made up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
like that shouldn't be accurate. But
Yeah.
it feels so true. But for me with my perfectionism, I feel like I have spent a lot of time over the last few years working towards being, I guess, allowed to be not perfect in my delivery.
Mm.
I've always been actually pretty open with like I'm a chaotic mess, and I'm fairly comfortable with that, knowing it.
Yeah.
I'm chaotic. I'm kind of kooky, and that's fine. But uh, with like making sure that I say the right thing or I do the right thing or I'm
Mhm.
perceived the right way, like that has always kind of been my crux, or like
Yeah.
points of clear ability to be criticized. That's
Oh, yeah.
somewhere I've really struggled in. And so over the last few years, I've really taken an urge and an effort to, if something makes me uncomfortable, to try to do it anyway. And regardless of the outcome, like I'm going to try and push myself, and not always with clothes. I would like to be a little bit more adventurous with clothes, but
Yeah.
clothes aren't there yet.
Can I?
But
To me, that sounded funny. Sorry.
What?
The way I heard that was different. Like, never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm sorry.
I would love to be like just a very eclectic soul. Okay. Have you guys seen
Yeah.
that TikToker? Okay, I'm not going this far, but I'm just using it as an example. Have you seen the TikToker with like the lettuce leaf earrings that just goes
No.
absolutely crazy with her outfits? Oh my god. It
Nice.
is okay, it is way past avant-garde. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other spectrum, but I would love to be a little quirky. Like I'd like to be known for being the
Yeah.
weird earring girl or something. I don't know,
Mhm.
but I haven't gotten there yet. I can't commit to it quite yet.
Yeah.
But like doing this, or being willing to showcase my art, or being willing to put myself out there in things that I know will make me uncomfortable, but I know will help me grow in a
Mhm.
way that I wasn't before, has been really kind of my driving force over the last few years in a way to try and tackle my perfectionism. And it's been pretty helpful. Also embracing it.
Yeah.
So I have been okay, me and my books. So there I actually recommended this to one of my therapists. The Perfectionist's Guide to Losing Control is
Mm.
an awesome book. So it talks about how to embrace the type of perfectionism that you're struggling with, and
Mm.
how it's almost like a superpower in some ways if you lean
Yeah.
into the good parts of it and stop letting the bad parts of it really crush you. And
Yeah.
there are 5 different types of perfectionism that she kind of defines in this book. And basically it gives you a little test. You get to take a little test.
Nice.
Who doesn't love a personality test?
I know, right?
Right?
Oh yeah, I want to know what kind of pizza I am.
Right. Absolutely. So you get to take the test, and then it kind of gives you the idea of like what your main style is. And like you can be a couple different ones just in different rankings. And they can fluctuate during different times. But there's like the classic perfectionist, which is the highly reliable, consistent, detail-oriented type perfectionist, but they struggle to adapt to spontaneity or change in routine, or can experience difficulty connecting meaningfully with others. There's the intense perfectionists, which are effortlessly direct and maintain razor-sharp focus on achieving their goal. Left unchecked, their standards can go from high to impossible, and they can be punitive with others and themselves for not achieving impossible standards. There's the Parisian perfectionists, who possess a live wire understanding of the power of interpersonal connection and hold a strong capacity for empathy. Left unchecked, their desire to connect with others can metastasize into toxic people pleasing. There's procrastinator perfectionists, which excel at preparing, can see opportunities from a 360-degree perspective, and have good impulse control. Left unchecked, their preparative measures hit a point of diminishing returns, resulting in indecisiveness and inaction. And then there's messy perfectionists. Effortlessly push through the anxiety of new beginnings. Superstar idea generators adapt to spontaneity well and are naturally enthusiastic, but left unchecked, they struggle to stay focused on their goals, ultimately spreading their energy too thin to follow through on their commitments. And if you know anything about me, you know that I have 5 other things on my table right now. But it is a really great book.
Yeah,
And
that sounds really
highly
interesting.
recommend, if you struggle with perfectionism, The Perfectionist's Guide to Losing Control. And this is not paid advertising. I just really enjoy this book.
We are not getting paid, but we would love to get paid.
If you would love to pay us, please do.
Yeah.
Please pay me. Please pay me.
I can give you my Venmo.
Cash App,
Ran
Venmo,
out of
PayPal.
clothes.
Okay, I got it all.
I could take Zelle.
Oh Lord.
Seriously.
But that's really cool. I
Definitely.
definitely see myself as the second one you said. I can't remember what the name of it was.
The
But
intense
that's definitely
perfectionist?
me. Yeah, that's probably me. Where the one where you're like really harsh on yourself if you don't, and harsh on other people. I think I'm definitely that. I was thinking as you were describing the different types, it brought me back to when my husband and I went on vacation one year to Miami, and we did not know that we were going during the rainy season. We found out when we got there. Every day that we were planned to go on the beach, go do this, it poured rain all day long. And like Florida rain is usually like 20 minutes, you're done. On you go. It was for some reason, no, it was torrential downpours and the beach was closed. There was just no outdoor activities happening. So we're there for like 4 or 5 days, and I'm like, oh my God, I have ruined our vacation. There is no going back. I will never make it out of this moment. I had planned like some indoor activity for us to go, like, because it's Miami, everything's outside.
Yeah.
So there's like nothing to do, right? So I'm like, okay, we're going to find something. I find this like, laser tag arcade virtual reality like thing that seemed like it was going to be really something. We go and it is the hokiest thing. They stole our money. They didn't actually steal our money. But oh my God, I was like, we drove for like 45 minutes one direction in an Uber to get to this place as well. Because what the heck else are we going to do? So that was a lot of money in transportation. There was money spent at the place. And I was like, this was a total waste. I got back in that Uber and just started crying.
Oh, no.
And what's so funny is that my husband, he took my phone and wrote me like a note in my notes app. And I still have it.
Aww.
But it's like exactly what I needed in that moment to like snap myself out of it. I can't remember I'm not going to read it, but I can't remember all of the words verbatim, but it was basically like, I'm just happy to be here with you. Like, you're the person I would like want to be anywhere with. And I get to hang out in Florida with you. I'm happy. If we don't get to do our things, fine. It's no big deal, And it kind of just helped me like get out of that moment and be like, wow. But that was one moment when perfectionism really got a hold of me where I was like, I was ruining the day.
Yeah.
Like there's
And
so
that's
many
how it felt.
when you can have fun and still be like enjoying circumstances even though they're not ideal. But I was the one who was really ruining it by like having a whole temper tantrum in the Uber. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's raining. That's Mother Nature.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. So having to like really mirror myself and that like see myself in the mirror and be like, oh yeah, this is kind of stupid. We are having fun. Like it's okay. And we ended up having a great rest of our vacation. We made a lot of lemonade out of lemons, but it was just like, yeah, one of those
That was
aha
very
moments
sweet
for me.
of him to kind of bring you back down and be like, hey, this is what's important here. That's awesome.
Exactly. And
Mhm.
he's good for that. Yeah.
That's amazing. Have you found that it's kind of helped in like other adventures, like giving you that reminder of just I don't have to, it doesn't all have to work out exactly the way that I thought it did.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you feel
That's
like it's a little bit easier?
the I think that's the thing with perfectionism in general, right? Is that like perfect doesn't exist when it
Mm,
comes to humans. And so you just have to be okay with where you are. And if you want improvement, then okay, look at what
Mhm.
that looks like and try and work towards that, right? Like I'm chronically late to a lot of things in my personal life. It's so funny because at work I'm always early. But when it comes to my personal life, it's not that it doesn't matter to me. It matters to me so much more than anything else. But I cannot get somewhere on time. So this year has been my year. I'm really working on it. Like if you saw the behind the scenes, I'm really working on it. But like of getting to places on time or early, it's that 1% change, right? That you can
mhm.
affect now that can affect your future. And those are ways that you can improve without focusing so much on perfection. Nobody's perfect, but we can
Absolutely.
make changes towards the life that we want to live or the goals that we want to achieve.
Definitely. I think improvement is like the key. Like if you like you were just saying, like that's way more obtainable, and of course like we should all want to improve ourselves, like, you know, in all different kinds of ways, but seeking perfection is just not, you're just going to burn yourself out because it's just not
Yeah,
attainable.
no.
Absolutely. And I would like to add too, that is after reading the messy thing, I do remember also like one of the things that I have been working on with my perfectionism is finishing projects. I really
Right.
love starting a project.
Yeah.
I've spent so
Same.
much money starting projects.
Right. Yeah.
And
I know.
so regardless of my discomfort around the project, being willing to start at least doing 5 minutes and like continuing forward because
Yep.
that is incredibly uncomfortable for me. Like,
Right.
especially when it comes to doing, I don't know, art projects or homework. Like, I really struggle with the completion of the task.
Right.
And getting better at that has been a big goal as well. But it's challenging.
I can
Yeah.
definitely agree with that. I
Right.
am I love starting projects. I get so many ideas, and yeah, I get started and I'm like so gung ho at first. I'm like passionate about it. And then somewhere along the lines I just kind of it drops off, and I'm definitely not great at finishing things. So I'm also working on that. Um Definitely. And also I can relate to the late thing. I'm late. Notoriously late. Like I've been like that pretty much my whole life. Like actually, it was so bad that in high school, if you were late, if you were tardy, you had to go to your guidance counselor secretary office,
Mhm.
and then they would
Mhm.
write you a note. And it literally got to the point where she would see me coming and start writing the note. Like, and it was just not good. But
How many
so
how many detentions did you get for being late?
actually, I didn't. The only time I think I got one of my teachers, he was an English teacher. He wanted to make a point for people not to be late. So it was like if you came after the bell rang, he locked the door. And
Oh,
so,
Rude.
but he only did it like one time. And so we had to sit outside and write like a paragraph or something about why we were late. Um so luckily that didn't last long because that would have been like most days.
You would have had writing cramps. I know. I know. I had a
I don't.
couple
Yeah.
detentions from it, and it was like no fun.
The
I
only
don't think
detention I ever had an issue with was gum, which was the
What?
stupidest one.
Why'd
you
you
got
get detention
detention
for
for
gum?
gum.
Oh yeah, for chewing gum in our middle school, you could not have gum.
Maybe
And
they had too many kids like sticking it in people's hair or something.
probably, but
That's
who
annoying.
knows?
I remember, yeah, not being able to chew gum. I don't know if you would have. I think they just would have told you to spit it out, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were strict about it. But you know what's interesting is with the time thing and perfectionism though, I feel like I've almost come full circle in a way where like I really cared about being on time and then I didn't care about being on time and now I feel like time is just a construct of society and I really don't want to abide by it. I'm like, why does it really matter?
Yeah,
Like
I can relate.
different countries have different concepts of time. Like
Mhm.
This is
we're
true.
just deciding that this is the construct that we're going to have.
Yeah.
Daylight savings is complete garbage. Like
I know.
we have made up this hierarchy of what time means.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
Excuse my
Yeah.
language.
No, I totally agree with you. Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah,
Well,
I can relate
we
to that.
have a comment
Oh.
from Krista. Hi Krista.
Hi, Krista.
Hi,
I
Krista.
identify to being a perfectionist, she says, working on allowing myself to relax a little bit and not be focused on being perfect. It's so hard. It's so hard to do.
It
It's
is.
so hard to do. And I think too what gets me is like that inner critic voice.
Mm-hmm.
Like the inner critic of like it's like I said, it's better now than it used to be, but well, why are you even trying? Or if people could just see da da da, then they would know da da da. That like
Mhm.
imposter syndrome.
Mhm.
Oh God, it's something I've been toe to toe with forever. And I wonder if you guys have had similar experiences. And one thing I wanted to just like give a little anecdote too is that I heard somebody like refer to the inner critic as like I'm so sorry, husband, please don't listen to this part. But they would they would say picture your inner critic as a man and then just like pretend like you're not listening to him. and then it like helps you quiet that voice. But definitely not a man named Tyler because I listen to him every time.
Every
Oh.
time.
Every time.
Every time.
But what
That's
are
funny.
your experiences with the inner critic voice and what do you guys think?
Fuck that bitch. That's what I think.
Right?
No,
Yeah.
I've actually so at one point I coined it the little gargoyle in my brain.
Mhm.
But I've definitely so since I've done internal family systems, it's become actually a little bit easier to like depersonalize the inner critic and
Mm.
also recognize I kind of flipped it a little bit and I've started to realize that anytime my inner critic comes out, it's actually a challenge to me to that I need to pay more attention to like centering myself. So
Mm.
if my inner critic pops up, usually that's my cue to either be willing to lean into my discomfort and
Yeah.
try to talk to that part and be like, hey, I hear you, I see you, but this is good for us.
Yeah.
And like really trying to get it to see that pushing against it is actually going to help us more.
Yeah.
And then taking intention to say things that are actually nice to myself when that pops up. So, you know what? We like, even if it's neutral, like being able to, at the very least, be like, this isn't true. I am at the very least somewhere in the middle because you're just being ridiculous. But being willing to like have that conversation with that inner inner critic.
You know that cricket in your head?
God damn it. But being able to have that conversation with that inner critic can really help just make it a little bit easier and not feel so overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I know people struggle with being able to depersonalize it though. So it does take
Yeah.
practice, and it takes
Yeah.
time to not have it just take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard. And I think knowing that, like, whenever you hear that voice of like, you can't, and, you know, why are you even trying? Or, like I said, if people only knew, or you're not good enough, like whatever that voice is telling you, your inner critic is telling you, just pay attention to the frame in which it's spoken. It's not spoken as an I statement, it's spoken as a you are. You are these things. So you know that automatically that voice isn't coming from you. That voice is
Mm.
coming outside of you. So that's a way of knowing that is not my authentic self. That is not who I really am. That is this outside influence, probably shaped from your childhood trauma, your parenting, your parents' relationship with you, how you grew up, what have you, but it's not you.
That's
And
a
so
really good point.
hopefully that makes it easier, hopefully.
Yeah,
is a
I
really-
never thought about it that way.
Mm-mm.
Because that is
That's a-
literally, it's always like, you're such a dumbass, or you can't.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Right. What's
That's
wrong with
good.
you?
Mm. I'm gonna have to pay more attention to that too.
I
I don't
know.
know. I feel like I don't know about you guys, but for me, I get a very clear vocalization with my
Oh,
inner
yeah.
like architecture, whatever's happening.
Oh, yeah.
But so it's pretty easy for me to keep that like tabs on that constant subtitle that's happening in my brain.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna have to definitely do some editing on that and be like, when did you come
Yeah.
out that I didn't notice?
Yeah. And with all of this stuff, it's like the trick is catching it in the moment, right? Like that's so hard of like, oh, I'm actually not talking to myself super nice right now. Why is that? Where is that coming from? Blah, blah, blah. Like in the moment, you're just like, rah, like all of this is happening. You're stressed out, most likely. You're anxious, whatever. You feel the pressure of a deadline, like whatever the thing is, you're reacting to it. So practicing taking that pause and like reflection while you're going through it, that's really hard.
I would like to add though, I don't necessarily think so it is a good part of it. I don't necessarily think it's required all of the time. If
You're
you,
right. Yeah.
especially to start, being able to remember what happened and reflect back on it to start is sometimes the easiest place to begin.
Yeah.
Because you are so activated. Like many of us don't, it takes years to learn how to be like fully activated and also being online with yourself and being grounded. Like that's not something that you learn overnight. And so even being able to go back and reflect on something and being willing to meet yourself in that moment without shaming yourself and just seeing it as the event that occurred and where you could have been nicer to yourself or others, that is a huge part of learning to be able to be with yourself in that activation.
Yeah.
That's a
I
good
think
point.
just that awareness, if you can be aware, because it's so easy to just have all these like thoughts just in and out constantly. Like that's what we're used to. And like I said, I love how you brought that up, Margaret, about how it's always you. Like, but yeah, we're just so used to this running dialogue in our head that if we can actually just like become more aware of it, then we can start to like change it a little bit. And it's again not going to happen overnight, but I think awareness is the first thing that allows you to kind of realize, like, take a step back and be like, wow, that's not very nice. Like, and where is that coming from? Who has told me that? Like, what makes me feel like I'm doing that wrong, or I'm doing that in whatever way? And then you might find that it's something that you were told when you were a kid and you hung on to it, and might be able to let it go and be like, actually, that's not relevant anymore. I just put it on repeat because I'm used to it. I'm used to that rumination on that subject. Yeah, I think it's really important, and I'm going to try really hard now to be more. I did it for a while, actually. I try to be really aware of my thoughts and the negative thinking. But I definitely have not been doing that. So I'm gonna try again to like really just even if it's at the end of the day and you're laying there and you're just thinking about how you treated yourself that day, like what were the main thoughts, like what happened and like why did I tear myself down at this point? And I think that could be really helpful.
Well,
Yeah,
and I think
absolutely.
something else. Sorry, I want to add one more thing. Because not everybody thinks in thoughts. Like, not everybody thinks in audio, or like sometimes when they try to focus in, so much pushes against that idea
Right.
because they're not used to it that it becomes confusing, right?
Can I
Right.
say that blew my mind when I learned that like I still don't know if I can comprehend that there are people who don't have a voice in their head constantly.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah,
is so
I
hard
know.
for me to wrap my mind around.
And some people think in pictures, some people
Yeah.
think in
Yeah,
like
movies. I think in movies, like I play it out in my head like a movie. Yeah.
yeah, or like in I've also heard of like auras almost, like they just get a feeling that comes through, but not hearing full audio or getting that subtitles doesn't mean something's wrong. It could
Oh, yeah.
either mean that you need to try to identify the information in a different way, or you are too overwhelmed and you're not in a place yet where you can feel safe enough to have that stuff come forward. And so being able to notice it, acknowledge it, like, hey, I see that we're still not ready, and then agree with yourself that that is okay, and then come back to it later, is really an important part of the process as well. Like, not panicking if something doesn't come up right away, because that will sometimes make it harder. You have to create a sense of safety in your mind in order to be able to sit with those feelings and start to understand and unpack them a little bit more.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, and I think also your body will tell you when it's ready. You know, there's a lot of times like with this whole trauma recovery journey, it's not like I was like, oh, I'm ready to unpack my trauma. I was like having anxiety attacks daily, multiple times a day, and I couldn't regulate. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? I need help now. Come to find out, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's trauma. So it's like, yeah, your body lets you know when it's ready more than you go finding for the answers. And really, like a lot of times, especially when you're dealing with PTSD or chronic PTSD or complex PTSD, excuse me, like it's not always the best idea to like go searching for what you need or what you think you need, or go searching for, you know, this backlog of memories that you may not remember right away, or traumatic experiences. Let your body guide you. So like I would say just start where you are, you know, like think about take 2 minutes and think about how you talk to yourself in your head today. If you don't have that inner monologue, then just think about the actions you took for yourself that day. And what did they look like? You know, were you rushing through your breakfast to get to the next thing? Did you slam down your coffee or your energy drink? Or did you like take a second and say, whew, okay, we're here. I'm good. I'm put together. I'm going to, you know, just taking 10 seconds, right? Like it doesn't take a lot of time, but just reflecting back on that can really meet yourself where you're at. Give yourself some compassion. Give yourself a hug, as dorky as that sounds, and like take the next step, right? But connecting with your body, connecting with where you are in all forms of you, right? Your mind, your emotions, your soul, whatever you want to call it, like all of it. Yeah, that's the step to kind of bringing it all together, in my opinion.
All of a sudden you feel the need to raise your hand.
I know, right? Like
Interrupted too many times.
Yes, Mel, let us know. No.
Can I go? No, one thing that I was gonna say was just okay. So I would like to say for all the intellectuals, not intellectuals, intellectualizers, that was the end of that sentence. Who just got the massive ick from Margaret saying check in with your body. You'll get there. Don't worry. Like,
I know.
start with the task, okay? Come back to it, assess the vibes, get out. No,
Right. Exactly. Body scan. Is that better?
Yes. No, I just was thinking about it. I was like, oh my gosh, if I had heard Margaret say that like 6 years ago.
Oh yeah,
I
hated it. Yeah, I hated it too. I don't know what happened where I was like, oh yeah, that kind of does make sense.
Okay, fine. I'll love myself a little.
Okay. I guess my body and my mind are connected in some way.
Fine.
Just a little bit.
But it does. It gives you the ick at first, especially
It
if you are
does.
not somebody that is in touch with that idea. Like,
Yeah.
if you're all about, like, I need facts, I need directions, I want you to tell me exactly how to get from point A to point P.
Yeah.
I think I said B and P at the same time. There's a lot of letters in the alphabet, okay? But
It's Tuesday, folks.
Right? It's Tuesday. But getting there, it takes some time. So, like,
Yes.
don't force yourself to be like, I love me, like, right away. If that's just making
No.
Yeah. Go start where you're at. And and just to, like, you know, call it back to a few episodes ago when we were talking about like things that we hated at first, like telling you to go for a walk. You know, it's like, oh God. But you kind of grow into it. Like as you go, it's kind of like, okay, like meditation was one for me, just to like totally sidetrack our topic. But meditation for me was one where it was like, oh yeah, like this makes absolutely no sense to me. I feel like I'm just thinking about everything except for meditating.
Yeah.
And as I've gone on, it's gotten a little bit easier. Now I just fall asleep. So we're getting somewhere.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Progress, not perfection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Is there any last minute things we wanted to add about perfectionism before we slide into our next segment?
I didn't even realize it was that late.
I know, right? The time flew today.
It's
It did.
our imperfect stream on perfectionism flew by.
Right.
Great. I just want to remind everybody that as a final little thing, a lot of getting through perfectionism is also releasing control and allowing yourself to just exist. And not trying to perfect perfectionism, because that is also something that can happen. And remember, you're allowed to just be exactly who you are.
And also allow other people the same. Don't project those expectations if that aren't attainable, because that happens too. So just have grace for yourself, have grace for others, and hopefully everybody's just doing the same. Trying to do what works best. Sorry, I'm so distracted by Melissa's face. What?
Do you mean not every corn is for your basket?
I can't believe you just made me snort.
For those of you who may not have seen our last episode, we have coined a new term. I don't even know. Nobody knows what it means. But not every corn is for your basket, okay?
Is it
it's
not
kind
every
of supposed
corn
to be like not everybody's your cup of tea, but
fits in your basket. Didn't you say fit in your basket?
Not every corn is meant for your basket or every basket. Not every corn is meant for every basket. It's the Little House on the Prairie version of not everybody's your cup of tea.
Oh my God. Go to the last episode and you'll find out what we're talking about.
I'll be live every Tuesday.
Exactly.
If you want to continue talking about corn in baskets, we're here every Tuesday.
Oh my God. I love you guys. Okay, let's wrap it up. I have what's making me happy right now? Well, I think I've been focusing on like trying to keep life cozy and small this week, and that feels good right now. I'm yeah, keeping life small and cozy, like being intentional about like making sure I'm like feeling warm enough and not like, oh no, I'm kind of cold, but I don't feel like getting a pair of socks. Like, you know what I mean? Like doing stuff like that. Getting that extra blanket, making myself like something that I really enjoy to eat or drink. That's been what I've been doing. What about you guys? What's making you happy? What's your latest thing? What do you have now?
Okay, so I don't know if she's watching, but she follows us. And
Okay.
there was this girl volunteering at our clinic,
Mhm.
at the vet clinic I work at. And she was she's a student, and so she was just kind of getting a vibe of like what vet was all about, vet med. And she made us all gifts
Aw.
on her last day, and one of them that she hand painted was this little
Oh,
kitty
cute.
paw,
Oh my
and
god, on a rock.
it's a worry stone instead of a little
Oh,
rubby thing.
That's super
I
cute.
love.
And I just
yeah.
thought, like, that was so sweet of her. And she did all of us like our own little gifts and stuff. But like, and
Aw.
she hand painted each of our gifts. Like, she gave my partner a little sleeping Charmander that she made with clay and
Aw.
painted it. Oh,
Oh,
and so
Love that.
you know who you are, and I appreciate you if you watch this. Thank
aw.
you for my little gift.
So
Hey,
thoughtful.
thank you for doing that. That is so sweet.
I
And thank you for
know.
showing us. I love a hand painted gift. And I love when people take the time out to
Mhm.
like do something thoughtful. That's
Right?
like, oh my God, everything to me. So that's
Mm,
so cute. That's amazing.
it was
I agree.
very, very much appreciated.
I love
Yeah.
worry stones, and the painting on it is just adorable.
You
I love it.
kidding?
Yeah.
So
So
cute.
cute. What about you, Amber?
I hadn't thought about it this time, but I will say, maybe I have to go to the other day when me and Mel met on Zoom or whatever, and the point was just so she could help me with some AI stuff, and also body doubling.
Yeah,
Is that
body
what
doubling.
Oh, yeah.
So
I love that.
I didn't know what that was, but me and
Oh.
her are both struggling to like be motivated to get stuff done, and so it actually helped a lot. So
Mhm.
we did the whole what we needed to do together, and then we just sat there. She put on music, and we were just both doing our own thing. But like it, I don't think I've ever really done that, and it helped a lot. It was just cool to like have somebody. We weren't really talking, but just having somebody there and knowing that I'm dedicating this time to work on things that I need to work on. Like, so that was really cool. I appreciated that. And it
Oh,
helped a lot.
it did help a lot. It was
Yeah.
great.
And I got to hear good music too.
Noah, I'm coming to see you. Oh, sorry, I'm
That's
fangirling
awesome.
over here.
Yeah, I didn't know his music. I think she's had me listen to like a song or two before, but it's actually perfect for what we were doing, like just sitting there working. Very chill. I liked it a lot.
If you don't
Yeah,
know who
very
Noah Khan is,
lyrics too.
you should.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Oh, that's so nice. And it's nice too, the body doubling thing. It's like I did that once with a friend from high school. We used to like study for college stuff together. She was an education major and I was a nursing major. And we would like sometimes just get together and we wanted to hang out, but we didn't actually like we had way too many things to do. So
Yeah.
we would sit there and like she would study her education stuff. I would study my nursing stuff. We're together but separate. And then after
Mhm.
we were done studying, then we would like hang out and like talk shit and eat
Yeah.
snacks and you know what I mean? Kick our legs in the air, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like girl stuff. But it was
Pillow fights?
so yeah, but it was so nice. Yeah, right. It was so nice. And like I love that that's coming back in a virtual sense too.
Mhm.
Like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked
Absolutely.
it. I feel like I look like I have a wig on.
It just looks like a. I don't know what it looks like. What does it look like?
Princess Leia moment. I could see it.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, it's okay.
I will try
Here
my
for it.
hardest for next week to have a freaking blue or green screen.
Amber.
Huh?
It is $7, but also Amber. It's
What
okay.
did you say? What did you?
I said $7.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Is that really what you guys got yours for?
It was like $7.
$7. Yeah.
Okay.
But also, it's fine, and we don't care that much.
Yeah, we don't.
You
I
know
just
what I
think
mean?
it's
Like,
distracting.
it just
But,
it makes it just makes it more interesting to look at. That's all.
You're the thing drawing people in, Amber.
Right?
They're like, what is that?
Just
What is
telling
that on
them
my
with her head.
screen? Did she have a weird ass wig on? What is happening?
Oh, guys. All right. Well, that's our live stream. Thank you so
Yes.
much for everybody who watched. Thank you, Krista, for being in our chat and
Yeah,
showing
that was
up.
awesome.
Love you. And we'll
Share,
see
like,
you
subscribe.
next time. Share, like, subscribe,
subscribe, the
email.
notification bell. Yeah, email us if you have a question, a story, yeah, an idea for an episode.
Yeah, please do.
This
As
is
much
true.
as I
All
love
those things.
drawing our lovely, as much as I love drawing our topic of the day, I would love to hear your topic ideas.
Yeah.
That's the point. We want to hear from you. You know, we have a million things we could talk about. We could sit here and talk to each other for days. We want to know what you want to hear. What topics in mental health do you feel like need addressing? What's coming up for you? Like, that's really what this is for. So whether it's in the chat, whether it's in a comment, if it's at our email, t3live@proton.me, if you see us in public and want to let us know, whatever, let us know what's going on for you and what you want us to talk about. And love you. Yeah, don't be weird though.
Yeah, no
Our
weird.
31 subscribers, they can just get real weird.
Well, and it helps that half of them are like our friends and family.
I know.
I'm getting recognized all the time.
Weird.
Okay, let me get off of this thing.
Yes. Have a good
Make
night.
it
All right.
up for myself.
Bye, guys.
Bye.